let's get into former President Donald J. Trump visiting the Libertarian Convention, which did not go as, I'm not sure, maybe he did think it was going to go this way. I'm not sure why he would do this. Apparently, at least hardcore libertarians who would go to a Libertarian Convention are not the biggest fans of him, but, it just like a fun little thing that we can look at and laugh at. So, shall we begin? So this comes from Aaron Rupar. He is a journalist. Definitely would check him out if I were you. He has an entire thread talking about this. So we're going to start with this one. Not your usual MAGA supporters. Right side broadcasting primes viewers that people at the Libertarian Convention will boo Trump.
And just to let you know that this crowd is very vocal about their beliefs and the policies that they stand for. And so that, with that being said, President Trump is expected to come on this stage, and he will be met with all kinds of different personalities in the crowd. Now, not your usual...
That's saying something. Yeah, I don't think they were trying to warn them. I think they were trying to downplay it.
MAGA supporters and MAGA enthusiasts who come to his rallies.
Yeah, which apparently, there was one rally he had recently where, thousands of people left. Because, at some point, Trump, he hits the talking points. He always hits those talking points, but they're always the same ones over and over and over and over again. Always talking about the snake, biting a woman, shit like that. It's fucking weird. Trump is now 30 minutes late delivering what already promised to be a uniquely contentious speech to a Libertarian Convention. Hold on, there's actually someone I want to bring up as we talk about the Libertarians. So, this was a part of the 2016 Libertarian debate. This was for their primaries. This is over the question of whether or not you should have a government license to drive a vehicle. And this should really just give you a sense of what libertarians are all about before we get to the way that they respond to Trump.
Have done.
Mr. Peterson, I have a feeling I know how this answer is going to be. Should someone have to have a government-issued license to drive a car?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Dr. Feldman.
A car is like a gun or anything else. As long as you're using it right and not using it to hurt other people, you should have a right to use it. A license and a permit is just another way to get some money and inconvenience to people.
Mr. McAfee.
I don't think licenses are required. However, if you are under 16 and your parents say you can drive and you haven't done it before, you should put a flashing pink light on your roof at least so we can get out of your way. But
yeah, let's put a distracting light that would just cause more problems. Jesus. Yeah, that would definitely boost road safety. Also, the thing with libertarians is that they have common talking points when it comes to it's not talking points they would probably bring up here because this is a primary. They want it to seem at least somewhat reasonable to a more moderate audience. But something that these sort of people like to talk about, well, usually when you go down the libertarian rabbit hole, you'll often hear expresses age of consent laws, because libertarians, their whole ideology is that every person should be free. We shouldn't have to live with government restrictions or regulations, that sort of thing. And when you talk about, government laws, you also have to talk about, those. And, some libertarians are kind of creeps in that way. So it's not hard to suspect that maybe they want to get rid of driver's license so their, young girlfriends could actually, drive to go see them.
The government requires licenses for far too many things. The government requires licenses for people to broadcast radio. The government requires licenses to get married. They require a license to drive. What's next? Requiring a license to make toast in your own damn toaster? Absolutely not.
They require you to not date a minor. Like that's the
Governor?
like that's the type of rabbit hole that you tend to get around with like people like this. Because like if you don't believe that there should be like government restrictions on things, what's stopping you from believing that age of consent laws shouldn't exist? Like it's that sort of tricky road that you follow down, and maybe people choose to be more on that side for some reasons.
I think government has a basic responsibility to protect us against individuals, groups, corporations, foreign governments that would do us harm. In that context, a license to drive, I'd like to see some competency exhibited by people before they drive.
You see, a lot of boos, but here's the thing. The weird thing about this is that Gary Johnson, remember what I said, this was from the 2016 primaries. He still won. So the people who go to libertarian primaries are not exactly the majority of libertarian voters. Like, they're just like the hardcore side, I would guess, for the most part. But for the most part, libertarians do vote for Trump. It's just that, like, the people who are very in on it are not going to support someone like him. So anyway, let's get back to this thread. A very loud mixed response for Trump at the Libertarian Convention.
And without further ado, I would like to welcome to the stage the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, good amount of cheers. You can definitely hear some booing in there.
And without further ado...
So pretty mixed. Damn, Trump is getting booed at the Libertarian Convention. Oh yeah, they're coming in. What does Free Ross mean? Because I do see a lot of posters up for that. Apparently this is who they're talking about. Oh! Trump just spotlighted Ross Ulbricht, founder of the online illegal drug marketplace Silk Road. Okay, so yeah, they're insane.
People ask why I came to speak at this Libertarian Convention, and it's an interesting question, isn't it? But
he fucking knows. He's just like, yeah, I think he's just desperate. I'm gonna be honest. I think Trump is just kind of desperate for votes because what's been going on with him lately with his legal problems, obviously it's not making him look good. Even though, Biden isn't doing great either. I think Trump, both of them look terrible going into this year. So I think Trump is just trying to desperately grab onto anything that will give him a slight advantage over Biden. In the last year, I've been indicted by the government on 91 things. So if I wasn't a libertarian before, I sure am. Oh my God, just pandering.
In the last year, I've been indicted by the government on 91
pandering
different
to the
things.
fullest.
So
That's what he's best
if I
at.
wasn't a libertarian before, I sure as hell am a libertarian now. And unlike Joe Biden, I don't
think I
throw
turned him
people
over.
in jail for disagreeing with me. I don't do that.
Jimmy Carter is very happy tonight because he goes down as being a brilliant president by comparison. Jimmy Carter is in hospice.
I'd also like to express my gratitude to all the fierce champions of freedom in this room. You are champions of freedom. You are indeed. And I'm here to talk to you about the rise of left-wing fascism in the country and to need to defeat the corrupt and incompetent tyrant in the White House, crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of the United States. He is the worst president by far in the history of the United States. In fact, I would say that Jimmy Carter is very happy tonight because he goes down as being a brilliant president by comparison.
He's not dead yet, but he will be. And when he dies. I mean, he obviously misspoke. I definitely thought he was. Whatever. Moving on. Oh, you're gonna like me, Firearm? You're gonna like me? Nobody better than me. What?
Everyone here tonight believes that we must fight for the same fundamental freedoms: freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of the right to own a firearm, and freedom over taxation.
Yeah, and he's gonna do that by giving tax cuts to the rich. That would definitely help with taxation, won't it?
That was interesting. Then you're gonna like me, Firearm. You're gonna like me. Nobody better than me. And we just got the full NRA, the strongest endorsement they've ever given the NRA. So that's good.
Well, apparently they don't like the NRA.
Freedom from over-regulation. Our rights and freedoms have never been more in danger than they are right now. That is why I have come to extend a hand of friendship to ask for your partnership to defeat communism, defeat Marxism, and defeat crooked Joe Biden, who is destroying our country. He's destroying our country. Our rights and freedoms have never been more in danger
just desperate, please. I'm being like, please,
together.
join me.
Combine with us. You have to combine with us. We cannot give crooked Joe Biden 4 more years. We cannot give crooked Joe Biden 4 more years.
Let me ask a group of people who don't want to be associated with anything. Like, that's their main principle of not really being associated with like a type of organization, despite the fact that they are an organization of like a group of people. But like, let me ask these people who believe that every person should just be on their own to join forces with us. Just
defending
I don't know if he really understands the audience that he's trying to like talk to with this.
freedom, but I've actually put everything on the line to resist these despots and these stuff.
Oh yeah, he's starting to realize they are not getting on his side.
And I stand before you tonight as your best hope of defeating the weaponized Biden.
And here's the thing, I don't think this is going to stop a lot of libertarians from voting for Trump anyways, because they are, at the end of the day, right-wing. But at the same time, it just, he's not exactly playing well to this hardcore base. Ooh, okay. Okay, this is where he fires off at them.
That's nice.
Just booing the shit out of him.
Nice.
You can tell in his face, like right here, he is just getting grumpy. It's just like, fucking, I came all this way here to beg for their votes, and now they're just booing the shit out of me.
Only if you want to win. Only if you want to win. Maybe you don't want to win.
You're a bunch of losers. If you don't want to win, you gotta side with me, or you'll be a bunch of losers.
Maybe you don't want to win.
Maybe you're just a bunch of losers.
Thank you, D-Roy. Thank you. No, only do that if you want to win. If you want to lose, don't do that. Keep getting your 3% every 4 years.
He's such a petty bitch.
Nominate me or at least vote for me, and we should win together. You heard those words. Nominate me or vote. Vote for me. Because the libertarians want to vote for me, and most of them will. And it's very important.
He understands that at least. I think he does realize he's talking to the more hardcore base, but he does understand, like, for the most part, he's fine with the libertarian vote. I don't understand then why he would do this. Like, if he already knows that he has a good, like, libertarian support base, at least like not the ones who would come to something like this, then I don't understand why he would try to do this. It just makes him look worse, I'm gonna be honest. About like, you can keep your 3% every 4 years. Shit like that. Like, I don't understand why he thought this would be a good idea. Because, again, he already knows he has like the libertarian vote well in hand. So I don't know why he's playing into this. But whatever.